Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Lady Yo and welcome to So Serious Gaming, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys another DPS build. You already know, you kind of expect it from me now. I feel like, you guys know what I play like, you guys know what to expect from me, and I want to bring you guys my anti-meta build, I suppose you could say. So Striker is probably the meta now, and most people will say, and I kind of get it, Striker melts like crazy, but it is somewhat reliant on the person building and maintaining those stacks. Take those stacks away and Striker's not even that good. So the idea is melt them down before they get stacks, or you could EMP them and just pause the stacks and melt them down in that time. So I'm running 5-piece Alpha Bridge with a Barrett's chest piece, and the reason I run it with Barrett's is the skill power aspect is neither here nor there. That doesn't really bother me. What I'm here for is the increased damage and the increased armor. So when I use this, I try to focus everything I do around those last two parts of the Barrett's bulletproof buffs, I suppose, and I'll try and use my skills in accordance. So sometimes you'll see me going in, I've got no skills on cooldown, I've got full health, but I will still pop my booster shot. The reason I do that is because I get a damage resistance from my booster, but I get a damage buff from my booster as well, but also because my booster's gone on cooldown, it's giving me another 5% damage increase with the Barrett's chest piece, so it just gives me more damage going into the fight. Or there's times where I've maybe got my box down and I need to heal up, and rather than just kind of, pop my booster and stay in my immune box, I'll break my immune box and I'll pop my booster, because that then puts both skills on cooldown, which gives me a 10% armor increase. So depending on how you use things, depends on how much damage you deal or how much damage you can take and things like that. But it's all about combining your different talents with other talents to get the most out of the build. I do apologise if I'm sniffling or I sound extremely nasal. My hay fever is kicking off like crazy right now, so I'm going to try my very best to not sneeze or sniffle or whatever throughout this, but I apologise if I do. So I'm running the house with Deadly Unforgiving, and then of course that has card counter on the last talent. Then I have an Augur's my secondary, and I run responsive on that. So I've got 10% damage to targets when they're closer than 10 meters, as well as the extra crit hit damage and Unforgiving when I'm losing health. And you'll see me do this quite a lot with this build. I will go into a fight at half health, or even in my last bar I will still go into the fight, simply because of the extra damage that I have. Or I might just pop a booster, if I'm in low health, I'll pop my booster, that'll put me into 2 bars of health, and I still get some extra damage from the missing segment, as well as the extra damage that I'm getting from my booster, but that also gives me some damage resistance, and then when I do lose more health, I'm going to get more damage out of the build again. So again, it's all about stacking the damage talents on top of damage talents on top of damage talents on top of damage talent. I mean, there's so many different opportunities for me to proc extra damage on this build that it's basically stacking buff on top of buff on top of buff. So that's basically the idea with this build. So I'm running the Barrett's chest piece. That's rolled for firearms, health. I have exotic damage resilience on there with ammo capacity. The EDR I'm thinking of changing out to something else, but at the moment, I mean, it's good. It's handy. It helps to reduce some of the damage that Predmark does as well, so I mean, it still has its use. But yeah, I'm thinking of changing that to maybe skill haste or something, I'm not sure yet. And then I'm running a firearms and a stamina mod. Both of those are rolled with crit chance. The mask is rolled for stamina, crit chance and burn resistance, and a firearms mod with crit chance again. The knee pads are firearms, crit damage, blind death resistance, disrupt resistance, and increased kill XP. In an ideal world, I would have shock resistance, burn resistance, and bleed resistance, but yeah, it is what it is. Then firearms with crit chance and a first aid self-heal mod. The holster is rolled for crit chance, and again we have a first aid self-heal mod. The gloves are rolled for stamina, SMG damage, crit chance, and crit damage. And then the backpack is firearms, crit damage, ammo capacity. And we have a stamina mod with crit chance and 2 first aid self-heal mods. So if we go into the character sheet, you can see that, you know, the crit chance is 47.5% and 134% crit hit damage. There is a little bit of optimizing still to do, so both those numbers can go up another 1 or 2%. And yeah, I love this build. I genuinely love using this build. I will say at this point, obviously, I mean, this could change depending on if I, you know, when I make more builds and try out different things. But right now, this is my favourite build. This is my go-to for the DZ and in Last Stand. I absolutely love this build. It just melts people down, and it catches people off guard as well. And you know, people, especially strikers. Strikers come in, especially when they see you don't have any striker buffs. You're not getting any form of buffs off of it. You're not having anything above your head to say, oh, I'm using this gear set, I'm using this build, whatever. They don't get none of that. And I see it a lot. Strikers will come flying in thinking that they can just melt you down, and then before you know it, they're running away because you have them full black bar. I just love it. It's a great build. And if you have somebody who has a savage pulse on your team, my tac pulse for example, I will link that in the description as well. But yeah, if you have somebody with a nasty pulse on your team, with this build, it is game over. Without a shadow of a doubt, it's game over. I love this build so much. It's so fun. So I run it with a booster shot and an immunizer. Now the booster, I'm not going to get a good heal anyway. Even if I use overdose, I'm getting 89k. It's nothing really. So I run a booster for the damage resistance, but mainly because of the damage buff that I get. That's the main reason I use it. And then I use an immunizer because, you know, skills, pred mark, all that stuff is just really helpful, and it also works as a second heal as well, so it kind of just helps me stay alive. Now the way that I run this, if I'm solo, then of course I'm not going to use triage. I'm going to use precision. That kind of helps make up for me not having a pulse. It gives me a little mini pulse whenever I headshot somebody. If I'm in a team, then I will either go with triage or I will go with combat medic. I will always try and keep on the move active with a build like this because I'm looking to face tank. So if I can finish any target off whilst I'm moving, I get that damage resistance, and it's just going to help. Then of course you run critical save. Use a medkit during low health to increase damage resistance by 20% for 10 seconds. Strike back. Reach low health to reduce active skill cooldowns by 20%. And we all, you know, triage again, it helps you with your cooldowns. Now, because I'm not a skill builder, my cooldowns are pretty slow. These two are really helpful in me getting my skills back as fast as possible. But also, again, you know, you have your utility piece, which has determined on there. So if I down somebody, I can swap to this quickly, punch them out, and that will help bring my skills back as well. And it also gives me a little bit of sustain with having predatory and sustained on there. It just helps increase my health and my own healing, thus increasing my overall survivability. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, I love using this build. It's good for solo play. It's really good in squad play. With the right squad, this build absolutely decimates. You know, like I say, if you have a good healer behind you and somebody who has a good pulse, you could just sit up front all day and just melt things down with this. It's a great build. I love using this build. So yeah, there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments below, do you use Alpha Bridge? Do you use it differently? Do you use it this way? Have you decided to make this build and try it out for yourself? You know, comment below, let me know what you think. Don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed the video. If you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, turn on your notifications, and you know when we're going live. If you're unsure as to whether YouTube will give you a notification or not, you can follow me on Twitter at SoSerious_G. I'll put a link in the description to that as well. Appreciate all you people, man. None of this would be ever have been possible without you guys supporting, watching, all that good stuff. So I appreciate every single one of you. You guys have a beautiful day, and I will see you in the next video, live stream, whatever it is you see me in. I will see you then. Laters.
He's not coming towards me though, sadly.
He's running. Oh, here we go. Here we go. People on us.
We got friends.
They want to run away. Hey.
I say we just bully them.
Oh, get it.
I'm coming through.
Okay.
Got one! I'd appreciate it if my box break.
Reach the coordinates I'm sending you.
Holy bejeebus, those poor souls.
Extraction time! I have a full cache, by the way.
No, you.
Another one of those YouTube support troll accounts. GG, nice try, bro. I got a... Okay, didn't give you the medkit drunk.
Hey, I have bread, you don't.
Are my talents swapped away or some shit? What the hell, man?
Bro, what am I being...
Oh, you're all the way over there. No wonder.
Why are you down there?
Warning. Now entering a contaminated area.
At least I hope I am.
No, I do have combat medic. It's just because you were so far away. Sweet. Spartan, I'm using Alpha Bridge, bro.
Leaving contaminated area.
You should totally contact your support about that unusual activity.
I know, right?
Plus,
They're back out.
that account would be like verified.
I had to use that.
Hey, bro. Have a look.
Oh, they connect.
Dude, I'm hitting for 16k crit. No, like,
No.
only thing. Guys! Oh, wait, we already have. Rank
That's my
and I
alpha
did
build.
absolutely
It
nothing
is.
of it.
The numbers are a bit
Two
higher
kills.
because I've got some talents procced.
One out.
They got shamelted, man. Oh, you got them back out again?
Ah. Yeah.
Finally, we find the fights.
For once, yeah.
Finally, you're fine. No, it's not fine.
Oh, I was about to shoot that guy in the head and started. Ow, you dick!
I'm dead. Get me.
No, you're not.
Oh, nice. No! God, never go big for that silver! I was not quite like
No, sir.
Why did he go
Because
for
he's
me?
gay.
stupid.
Wait, did they
What is
lower
the
the...
back guy?
Whoa, somebody behind, somebody, Jesus.
Yeah.
Right, move away from the door a bit. Another,
What's
oh
that?
my lord.
I don't think... Oh, I have an extended mag on
I'm
here.
just tripling out.
He's down.
Another one out. Like, what? Nope.
Right, move back a bit. Move back a bit.
Beat.
What? I
Give them
have
some
a med
breathing
kit on.
space.
I mean, one... How come the MP7 only has 44 mags total with 120 mags?
I don't know. Oh, yeah, how many have you got, sorry? How many bullets you got? Yeah, that's about right. The MP7 has a smaller mag size.
That's pretty gay.
Fuck you.
Everyone love a grenade.
Really?
Ready?
Yeet!
3, 2, 1.
Careful, Dora. Don't
okay with
overextend
you.
it, bro.
Why did I use
I just put, yeah, I put them down. Yeah.
If you use 40 bullets in a matter of seconds.
I'm shot.
I got you, dude.
Doing good.
One on me.
I don't know.
One's got
Shot through
no
his scum.
going back. Nice.
Get focused over here.
Get that fucking number
Bro,
guy out of
box, please. Work.
Number
Do your
down.
job.
Alright, move away a bit.
Nice.
GG, boys.